What is going on, guys? My name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Star Wars Battlefront video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some hiding spots and advantage points on a few of the multiplayer maps. But just before we do get into things, I realised the main strategy for a lot of the multiplayer game modes is to run around, rush the enemy, and try and get as many kills as possible. But these locations are definitely worth bearing in mind if you want to take some cover and regain your health, or if you want to make things easier for yourself and let the enemies come to you, as these locations do experience a high level of traffic. Anyway, with that being said, let's get straight into things. So starting off with a hiding spot on the map Dune Sea Exchange. Now I myself love this map, it has to be my favourite map in Star Wars Battlefront. It's one of those maps where you can just rush the enemy and run around a lot because the map itself is so small. But nevertheless, the hiding spot which I'm showing you guys in the video is a very good location which has loads to offer. One of the main advantages being you're right in the centre of the map, so of course all the enemies run towards you. You also have loads of people running past here throughout the game as well, so you can get yourself loads of kills. You also have a line of sight on 3 spawn points, so of course you can see the people spawning in and you can kill those as well. You have 2 spawn points in front of you and there's also one behind you as well, which you can see in the gap between the containers. And as you guys can see, the location which you're in is also very dark, so you can hide in the shadows, and when people run past you, they won't be able to see you, and of course they won't expect you to be there either, so you can take a lot of people by surprise and get loads of kills. Now moving on to the next hiding spot, this is on the map Rebel Depot. Now this location right here won't experience quite as much traffic running past you, so in the terms of getting kills when hiding here, you won't get quite as many, but nevertheless it still has plenty of advantages. The main one being that this is a very good hiding spot, and of course this location is also very dark, so when crouched, people won't be able to see you in this location. And of course people will not be expecting you to be here either, so if people do run past you, you can take them by surprise and get yourself a few kills. The corner next to you also has a good line of sight looking towards the center of the map. Of course that's where all the enemies congregate, so it's definitely a very useful location to bear in mind when playing on this map. And at any time if you're low on health, just jump into these corners and crouch so you can regain your health and then get straight back into the battle. Anyways, so moving on to the next hiding spot, this is on the map Rebel Base. Now this hiding spot right by here is a very useful one, definitely worth bearing in mind. I myself have used this many times and gotten myself plenty of kills. So basically right behind you there is a spawn location, and when the enemies spawn at this location they run straight past you into this room, and of course when they do so they don't realise you're hiding by here. You can take them by surprise and get yourself loads of kills. It is an awesome spot, and like I said before, it is definitely worth bearing in mind, especially when the enemies are spawning behind you as they run straight out and they're so distracted on killing your teammates on the other side of the map they do not realise you're behind them and taking them out one by one. You've also got yourself plenty of cover as well, as the boxes themselves are rather large, so if the enemies do start shooting at you, you can hide behind these boxes, regain your health, and then jump straight back into the action. Now the next hiding spot is also on the map Rebel Base, but this one right by here is nowhere near as useful as the one previously, but basically what you can do with this one is jump off the railing and land on this pipe below the map. And of course when people spawn in or run past you on this walkway, they won't realise you're down here below them, so you can of course take them by surprise and get yourself a few kills. But unfortunately there are a few downsides with this location, the main one being not many people run past you, so you won't really get too many kills throughout the game, and second of all, without a jetpack there is no way of getting back up without killing yourself. Now not that I'm aware of any, but if there are any game modes where the main strategy is to hide as long as possible, then this location would be a very useful one to bear in mind. Anyway, so moving on to the next location, now this is on the map Swamp Crash Site. Now it's not exactly a hiding spot, but instead a very good advantage point, giving you a line of sight to just about every spawn point on this map. Now you can in fact get up here with a jetpack, but if you don't have one, just use this fallen tree to walk up here, and once up here you do of course have a very good line of sight to just about every spawn point around the map. So you can definitely get yourself loads of kills when up here, so I would recommend getting yourself some form of sniper or something with a high caliber where it only takes 1 or 2 shots to kill the enemy. Anyway, so moving on to the next hiding spot, this is on the map Imperial Hangar, so go ahead and make your way to this location and simply hide in between the door frame and the closed door. And of course from here you have yourself a good line of sight throughout the entirety of the map apart from the tunnels. But even so, people don't really stay inside the tunnels for very long. Once they spawn in the tunnels, they come into this outside area anyway. So this is definitely a very useful hiding spot to consider when playing on this map, and you can of course also use both sides of the doorway to provide some cover. But moving on to the final hiding spot and advantage point in today's video, this is on the map Ice Caves. Now, as I'm sure you guys know if you've played this map, basically what everyone tries to do is get on top of this hill so it gives you the advantage point looking down towards this one part of the map where a lot of people spawn in. But what I would recommend doing instead of staying up here is to jump down and come across to this ledge, as it gives you an even better advantage point. So basically right in front of you, like I said, you've got the advantage point where you're above the enemy, and when they spawn in you can take them out. You also have the tunnel below you as well, so people do spawn in the tunnels behind you and run through, you can take them out also. But if the enemies do come from behind and dominate the hill and then take it for themselves, they won't realise you're down here on this ledge below them, so what you can of course do is jump up and take them out by surprise, making this location, in my opinion, the best advantage point on this map when the enemies are spawning in front of you or in the tunnels nearby. But with that being said, that is it for this video, but I do hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys find these hiding spots and advantage points very useful when playing Star Wars Battlefront. Now, if you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to take a few seconds out of your day to click the like button, because it helps me out a lot and it's also greatly appreciated. Also, be sure to leave a comment on this video, let me know your thoughts about these hiding spots and advantage points, and if you guys want to see more videos just like this one, then let me know by leaving a comment. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel already, I'd recommend that you do. But apart from that guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.